Dude, great video concept. Thanks, bro. Now, what do we call it? What about the Celestia problem? What? Firestarter101 literally calls his videos the blank problem. We can't plagiarize from him. Well, what's your suggestion? How about fixing Celestia? I like it. Fine. You gotta say it with more enthusiasm. Don't push it. You are such a buzzkill. Alright. I present to you fixing Celestia. Celestia is the first world of Wizard101's second arc. It is a well-designed undersea world that also has elements of astronomy. The lore of Celestia is that it was home to an ancient, advanced society that studied the sun, moon, and stars, and the alignment of the spiral worlds. They created the 3 astral magic schools, Star, Moon, and Sun, and even charted a course to the mystical land of El Dorado, only able to get there thanks to their astral knowledge, building a vast city of gold there. Morganth, in her greed for power, came to Celestia long ago to learn the secrets of astral magic. The Celestians fought back and summoned the Storm Titan for aid. The Storm Titan defeated Morganth's shadow armies, but also flooded the world deep into the sea. The District of the Stars was protected by a barrier from the sea, but the rest of their civilization was lost and taken over by sharks and crustaceans. The Marleybonians in the Spiral Geographic Society rediscovered the area and built undersea domes to explore the ruins and learn about their astral magic. We visit Celestia in this time period with the Spiral Geographic Society, and the world visually is stunning. We see vast undersea reefs, ancient ruined cities, and the 3 astral school buildings, the Stellarium, Lunarium, and Solarium. It is also the world where we are introduced to Morganth. Celestia is often a favorite world for many players for these reasons. But then, why is this video called Fixing Celestia if it's so hecking great? The Celestia problem is a largely disjointed and unclear story at many points, where the story could use some extra context to really make Celestia's plotline better. The worst offender among these has already been remedied in the test realm for the fall 2024 update, which I'm thinking is probably online in the live realm by the time you're seeing this. For years, wizards returned to Ambrose after defeating Malistaire and then immediately sent straight to Celestia with no context. But there's now a new prequest involving speaking with Halston Belstrom, and he sends the wizard to check on his friend Thurston Plunkett and Marleybone, where we discover that he is missing in Celestia. There was an original, now retired prequest involving decoding a message from Thurston Plunkett and recovering a spiral key from the Spiral Geographic warehouse in Marleybone. So I am glad they decided to restore some of the missing context and bring back some kind of prequest. There's another instance of disjointed plot where we finish the Science Center area supposedly with all the portal pieces to the Solarium, and then Gracie Conrad, Edith Benchley, sends us to go to the Solarium, except we don't go there. We go to the Crustacean Empire for some reason. There in the Crustacean Empire, we do eventually find the Portal Stone, but if that was needed. Edith eventually should have said so. Then there's the Trial of the Spheres as well. That dungeon is really cool with a lot of puzzles and some bosses that are tough but not too extreme of a challenge. We just kind of go there for no given reason as one final test of learning astral magic. But that also wasn't explained too well. Throughout Celestia, the overall goal is searching for Thurston Plunkett and also uncovering the presence of Morganth and learning the secrets of astral magic, all of which can be used to create an amazing plot like many other worlds in Wizard101. Those goals seem to be lost along the way in Celestia and become muddled and unclear. Celestia would be a much more amazing world if some of the dialogue was tweaked to match the overall plot. Thurston Plunkett is mentioned in the beginning, and everyone just kind of seems to forget about him until we find him randomly in the Crustacean Empire. There's a lot going on in Celestia, and it doesn't make much sense until you finish it and look back at the world. I just think more can be done to tie everything to the overall plot and the lore of the world, like Zafaria and later worlds do. The rest of this will be my attempt at making an overall clearer and more concise plotline for Celestia with some minor changes, but the overall goals of Celestia remaining intact. The new prequest works really well at establishing that Thurston Plunkett is missing from his home. Professor Baelstrom finds his Celestia key and sends it to Ambrose for us to use. We go to Celestia Base Camp and meet the Spiral Geographic team researching there. They last saw Thurston Plunkett a few days ago and have no idea where he is, but that he was headed to the grotto to explore the underwater caves. On the way to the grotto is the survey camp, where we help the researchers there dealing with invading crabs from said grotto and help patch up their leaks in the dome. With that emergency solved, we finally enter the grotto. The crabs there serve Governor Nereus of the Crustacean Empire and have taken the portal pieces of the star portal that leads to the District of the Stars from Celestia Base Camp. We find pieces of the portal and then confront the governor who caught and captured Plunkett. After fighting him, we recover the final piece of the star portal. We also learn Plunkett was taken to Emperor Pontus in the capital of the Crustacean Empire. Bringing this information back to the base camp, we are sent immediately to the Crustacean Empire and barge our way to the Emperor, where we save Plunkett and bring him back to the base camp. There, Thurston tells us of Morganth's return to Celestia, which was also foreshadowed by the Shadow Weaver's presence in the prequest. He tells us the story of the Celestians' civilization being drowned in their efforts to protect their society from Morganth, and that now we have to search the 3 centers of astral magic, the Stellarium, Lunarium, and Solarium, to protect their secrets from Morganth, who will use the astral magic for evil. Plunkett also talks about the Grand Astrolabe that must be completed to access the final test of astral magic. We go to the District of the Stars through the restored star portal and go through a similar process to unlock the Stellarium, but we meet Celestian remnants there who warn us that Morganth has already been there. Star magic can be learned in the Stellarium, not Celestia Base Camp. It really doesn't make sense that you can learn astral magic in the base camp. It should be learned in the actual astral school buildings. We take the Star of Celestia for the Astrolabe, as we have proven being worthy instead of Morganth's forces who just want to steal. Next, we are tasked with restoring the Moon Portal in the Lunarium, and To no one's surprise, the portal is also broken, with its pieces taken by Morganth's minions in Stormriven. However, the submersible to Stormriven was damaged in recent attacks, and the parts to repair it were in the airship that crashed on a nearby island. The floating land is largely unchanged as we go there to find the airship and grab the submersible parts and meet the local Polynesian water moles as well. With the submersible restored, we go to the Stormriven Colosseum area where more Celestian remnants are. We learn more about their connection to astral magic and their involvement in astrology, spiral alignment, and maybe get a little tease about Eldorado thrown in. The ossuary of Stormriven is where Morganth's forces are. From them, we learn more about Morganth's plans to steal astral magic for her nefarious purposes, and that they already used the moon portal for what they needed to take. Most of the pieces of the moon portal are in Stormriven. They threw the last portal piece into the sea below in Stormriven Hall. Stormriven Hall is about the same as before, finding the last portal piece with Tempest Stormfist in that Stormlord temple. The wizard next goes to the Lunarium, where moon magic can be learned. Not from Celestia Base Camp. Seriously, there's no reason to have astral trainers there. In the Lunarium, we prove our worth and earn the Moon of Celestia. Plunkett then sends us to the Science Center, where most of the Sun Portal pieces were taken by the rogue mechanicals there, and we help the researchers there get their operations back online. Then Plunkett tells us he had the final piece, the Portal Stone, but the sharks in the Crustacean Empire took it when he was captured by them. So we go back there to find it. Next, we enter the Solarium, where the Sun School trainers will be. There, we meet Morganth, who gives her usual prophecy spiel about the mirror breaking, the horn calling, and the sky falling, and then leaves, already having stolen all of Celestia's magic for herself. Great, we couldn't stop her in time. We defeat Big Salvio and collect the Son of Celestia from him since he stole it for Morganth. We have now completed the astrolabe and can access the final trial of the spheres to prove our new knowledge of astral magic to the Celestians. We couldn't stop Morganth, the Shadow Queen, but we report back to Halston Veilstrom that Plunkett is now safe and that we have learned the secrets of Celestia's magic. Celestia's plot is a bit messy, but with some slight adjustments, and keeping the story consistent with the overall themes would make it a much better world and fill in those annoying plot holes. Let me know what you guys think down below of this video, and let me know what you guys think of Celestia, and be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye.